All right, we are going to be covering the Dragon Ball Super superhero trailer
Yeah,
today.
this
Um,
trailer's gonna be great. I'm sure.
yeah, I guess we pretty much should just say right off the bat that we know that the visuals for this film are a disaster, and
Yes.
we'll go into that. But we're going to talk about the story dynamics that we see in this trailer, and we'll talk about the visuals along the way.
Yeah, this is a beautiful looking movie. Uh,
Okay, so in particular, right off the bat, the visuals are just stunningly bad. I mean, this literally looks like it's taken from a Xbox One, PS4 era Dragon Ball game, and
it looks literally like it looks like fighters if they downgraded fighters to work on the PS2, and they it's just terrible.
it does. Especially the scene with the vehicle moving, it just
Yeah,
looks
look at that.
really
It's all
weird.
shiny. It's just like when Japanese studios every time they do these 3D animated movies, everything's weird and off about them.
Yeah, it's just. Although I did just notice that if I'm not mistaken, this guy, whoever he is, I think there's a bobblehead of him up front, so
Yeah,
that's pretty funny. But
yeah, I like that. But
and I like the way these characters look. Like if they were
yeah,
traditionally 2D animated, it would be just absolutely
like he
fine.
looks, the guy with the mustache who has the bobblehead, he looks actually pretty good from that angle. Everybody else looks bad because they're turned and
Yeah, it's
it's on
really
5D.
in movement where you see how bad it is.
Yeah,
As we want to back up here just
in
a second, you
evil.
can kind of see
Oh God,
the
is it
first
gonna be like?
indicator in the
Is
story.
it gonna be like The Boys? I just saw a picture of like a little kid with a superhero.
If I had to guess the plot, this guy is Red
Well,
Ribbon Army,
he's the Red Ribbon Army bad guy.
and this
Uh,
might be his son, and the
yeah,
plot could be
or his creation,
his
his android.
son might have some kind of obsession with superheroes or something, and he's going to do something for his son, kind of like they did in the BoJack movie already, where
Yeah.
that rich guy's son wanted to host an alien tournament. Little did he know that real aliens were going to show up, and since Dragon Ball Super seems to lift
See,
so much from the original Dragon Ball,
I I think his son is an android. I think that little kid's an android.
really,
He has a little H on him in front, maybe. I don't know. Or it could be a number, it could be a 4. I don't know what that says, but maybe it's an H or something.
obviously an evil organization moving in the shadows is
Why did
referring
they
to
why
the
did
Red
they
Ribbon Army. I don't know why they're hiding it.
Yeah, I don't know. They showed the Red Ribbon Army logo already.
All right, this is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
It's like the Red Ribbon facility, one could assume. What's weird about this is all the characters that they're going to display here. You have Gamma 1 and Gamma 2, that's their names.
Yeah.
You can tell by the one fin, two fins. He's got a 1, he's got a 2 on his chest. All the Z warriors, Z fighters up on the screen have an evil look on their face, and
Yeah.
not sure why.
Very Goku black in appearance, his face. And I just noticed these say Cam C66, and what does that mean anything, or is it just cameras?
It doesn't mean anything because if we cycle through, every person has the same numbers. And you see Majin Buu here. They
Well,
all
I'm
look.
saying, are they just switching between those though? That's what I'm wondering.
I have
Or
no clue.
I don't know. Is this for a tournament? I don't know what this is for. I'm excited. I'm not excited to see actually.
I doubt it's for a tournament. It's probably
It's more sinister, you think?
yes.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
See, he's eating an Oreo in the previous shot. I don't know if you
Yeah,
noticed that, but that's pretty interesting. That
yeah,
is an actual Oreo.
yeah. That's an Oreo.
Moving forward, that is an H on his chest, which
It is an H.
yeah, I think we saw that in a previous
It could
shot.
mean. It could mean. It's a superhero thing. I just see.
It might just mean
Uh,
hero because he's
yeah.
dressed up
Because
kind of
look.
weird.
Yeah, he's dressed up like a superhero. He's got the gloves on and the utility belt looking thing and the H.
So
So yeah.
the
So he
the,
might just be a kid, but
the
he
plot
might be an android.
the plot probably is he's obsessed with superheroes, and that's why Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 were created. You know,
Yeah.
partially. Obviously, they want to get
Yeah.
back to Goku, I would assume,
So
but
pretty much a plot we've never seen ever before in track.
This just seems like
A brand new.
this is a city. It doesn't, we're not really sure which city it is. There's no like indications if it's West City
Yeah,
or.
might be West City.
Here's a shot of Gamma 2.
Oh
Especially just
God.
the way that when these characters move, it just looks awful. Like,
They, it,
especially considering how good Broly looked.
I never saw it that deep close.
He does, if you look
Okay.
on his left
Yeah.
bicep
Yeah, I
here,
see that
he's
red
red
ribbon.
ribbons.
Yeah.
So this shot, Pan's wearing a shirt that says GTH.
Yeah.
Who knows what that could mean? I'm not even going to begin to speculate. It might
You know,
mean,
and we got to note that Pan is older than she was in Broly. She was a baby.
yeah.
So
Which,
there's not a timeline jump.
to, to be fair to the visuals, this is the best looking
That's,
shot, and it's probably because it looks pretty much 2D.
yeah, yeah, Pan.
Even from both angles, it looks pretty 2D, but the
Unless
mountains.
they pan around.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
hating this little
Oh yeah,
baby, man.
the frame rate drops are especially what makes this look terrible as it
Yeah,
pans around.
it's those frame rate jumps. They do it on purpose for a visual look.
The mountains especially look pretty bad here
Yeah,
in the
well, they're
background.
very out of focus.
That's the problem with 3D
Yeah,
animation is it just
it
something
looks like
isn't right.
that looks like a literally it looks like Budokai Tenkaichi 3 with
Here's a shot of Goku here.
I don't
Nothing
know,
too
pretty
spectacular
bad.
about it. It doesn't look terrible. In fact, it looks
Yeah.
pretty 2D when it's zoomed in all the way.
Yeah, when you don't
That's
have much movement either.
it's a good looking shot. Although I will admit, this shot here, I could imagine this being like a fan
It
animation.
does, because look at the shading and stuff, the way the lighting and stuff's done.
Yeah, I mean it
It
doesn't
looks
look.
like someone shaded by hand and stuff. It's weird, but
It's
it's
I think they 2D animated over the 3D image
yeah,
here,
yeah,
but it still kind of looks like a fan thing. It doesn't look too terrible, but I just think obviously me and you overall are just not impressed by the visuals whatsoever.
oh, not at all. No,
Okay,
I'm not happy
and
with these.
obviously they it seemed like in Dragon Ball Super for a little bit they wanted to get away from using the traditional clothing, but they just keep bringing it back. They can't ever do something. You think for a movie that they have somebody wear something different and original, but they can't be bothered. So
I miss when sometimes they dress like civilians more. To be honest,
yeah, that would be more fun to see them
and
wearing.
kind of like in the Majin Buu arc, how they were a lot of them were wearing just casual clothing, just
Yeah,
living out their days, and then having to fight in between those. I like
and
that.
and then like throughout Z, Goku's gi would progress.
Yeah, yeah, he would upgrade
It
pretty much.
started off just like this, and then
Yeah,
the emblems would change, and then eventually his belt would change. Eventually, he got rid of all the emblems because, I
yeah,
assumed he saw himself as being the best, so he didn't need anybody else's
yeah.
emblem
He's
anymore.
very
So,
narcissist.
so all right, you see Piccolo. Something's rushing towards Piccolo. I'm assuming this is maybe Gamma 1 or Gamma 2 shooting Ki Blast or
Yeah,
something at
he's not
Piccolo.
noticing apparently because
He
they're so.
notices
Well, maybe they're like stealth ones for superheroes. I don't know.
right about here,
Yeah,
and then it blows up, and then he'll fight them or something.
yeah.
Yeah,
Or he,
yeah.
or they, or he passes away.
This is an interesting shot, and it doesn't look too bad. But you kind of get to see
It,
Piccolo's house right here.
yeah, but that looks like a video game. That straight
Yeah,
up looks like a video game. Okay, well, I'll get off the visuals now.
Uh,
It just makes me laugh. It
yeah. I
just,
mean, it's disappointing for sure because they've had 4 years to think about this, and they're giving us this. It's
you
pretty
know,
stupid.
you know,
So,
so.
all right, moving on.
Yeah,
All right, so in this shot, you see Goku fighting. If you look at the grass, this is obviously Beerus's planet, Whis' planet, whatever. Then if you pause it, there's Broly. So Broly is coming back, just like it promised in the last movie. He wants to train with Broly.
yeah.
You know,
I don't.
as a story element, I'm interested to see if they're going to integrate him. I doubt it. I bet he'll just make a cameo appearance.
I personally would just prefer a side kind of character. More, I mean, I don't want him to be a mainstay. I don't want them to do like they did to Frieza. So
Yeah,
I kind of want him to do it in increments if he comes back. Because in Broly, I rolled my eyes then, and I liked that movie. So
yeah. Being a movie only character is appropriate.
yeah,
All right, here's Gamma 2.
yeah,
Just again,
again,
just this. It
he
just
got that
looks,
ray blast or something on his utility belt.
yeah, ray gun. Not really sure what the upside down L kind of thing is for.
Maybe yeah, I don't. Maybe it's the. I'm just speculating. Maybe it's the bad guy's main initial. L. I don't know.
This kind of looks like a shot from like a moving comic book strip.
Yeah, that does. Yeah.
Just another
Yeah.
shot of Goku. Once again, just nothing too special there. And then
Yeah.
the last shot, you actually
Yeah.
see Mr. Satan here in the background.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I never
His
noticed that
name is
personally.
right there.
Yeah,
This,
I should mention last time I watched this, I watched it on my phone because he told me to watch it, and I was just in a rush and I wanted to watch it really bad. And so now I don't know why I wanted to watch it really bad.
yeah, well, it's pretty disappointing how bad the visuals are, especially after what
Yeah,
happened with Broly. Um,
yeah,
I
it's a
guess
beautiful,
the only
beautiful
factor
movie.
that I could believe that led them to this decision is with Toei working on so many different things, One Piece and
Well, it's clearly for
Digimon, and
cost saving. They can pretend all they want. It's more cinematic or whatever. It's not. It's for cost saving.
it
I
is,
think.
and especially it's disappointing when you think about how when they set up a independent group, the Dragon Ball Room, a few years back to think about ideas of where they want the series to go, and they've, honestly, if they were having trouble getting stuff out because of COVID or whatever the case may be, they had 4 years by the time it's going to come out. Pretty much 4 years to work on this, and
Yeah,
they could have
if
done a
they
little bit at a
actually
time.
yeah if they actually cared enough, like instead of worrying about this and that and this, if they just focused on one thing at a time, they'd have quality like they used to have, and
Yeah.
it'd be very nice. It'd be very
Well, closing remarks for me. Just story looks like it's going to be kind of like a more easygoing movie than the last one.
yeah.
Some fun stuff going on, but
Yeah, it looks like it. There might just be having just fun instead of worrying about like just trying to be the next big thing. Maybe I don't know, but
should we be worried that this is an indication of where they want the series visuals to go next?
yes, because if they're this cheap to do this on a movie, do it on a show for sure. If it saves them that much money.
God, I hope not. Well,
Um,
do you have any closing remarks?
I'm going to watch the movie when it comes out, and we'll probably do a coverage of that. Uh,
Yeah,
it's
we'll keep everybody updated. We'll keep
if
everyone
I'm not,
updated.
I'm just gonna say I'm not excited. I wanted to be, but
Neither
then
am
I
I.
saw it, and this is what happens. So
Yep.
yeah, that's all I have to say.
Well, all right, guys, we're tuning
Yep.
out, and we'll see you in the next one.
Yep. See ya.
Thanks.
Bye.